Right. Got a beautiful piece of history right here. Tell us a little bit about your car, sir.
So it's a 1984 Volkswagen GTI with 357,000 original miles on it. I'm the third owner. I've had it for almost 7 years now.
Okay.
And it's been babied most of its life.
It sure looks that way.
Yep.
That's for sure.
They were called Westmoreland cars because they were made out of Westmoreland, Pennsylvania, and you don't see them because most of them rusted away.
Okay.
From thinner metal that was used versus the European cars.
Absolutely.
This thing's pretty much what you see is what you get. It's considered to be a clean driver. Never planning on doing one of those artistic restorations on it. I think it would just ruin the car.
Absolutely.
I work on it, I've dropped wrenches on it, I've dinged the paint, and it doesn't break my heart. It shows true.
Absolutely.
It's also been fun meeting just amazing people.
Absolutely. That's the one thing I get out of all of this, meeting people and building relationships, man. That's what it's all about. So what kind of engine's in here?
So it's a 1.8 liter, 8 valve. They originally made 90 horsepower. They came with a Bosch mechanical fuel injection system that I loved and fought for 6 years, and finally recently just converted it to carburation for ease, which actually gives them a little bit more power.
Awesome.
It's probably about 110 horsepower now, and it's just a fun little toy.
For sure. You said you're the third owner?
Third owner. The last guy had it for 20-something years. He and his dad daily drove it for the most part, but he also had a second one that he raced in SCCA amateur events. And so anything he would do to his race car, he would do to his daily driver car. And then about probably 11 years ago, they brought it back to stock again. They did a repaint on it, and then from there I picked it up. So
awesome.
And it was a good enough car. I drove 6 hours to get it and drove it home.
Where'd you get it? Pick it up from?
Fruitland. So north of Tampa, kind of Gainesville area.
Okay.
The guy was, in this little wooded area that I'd never even seen, and we took it out for an hour test drive, and he interviewed me to make sure.
Got the original owner's manual and book in there.
Yep, and there's stampings even in there from when it was originally going to the dealership.
And those are original Recaros?
No, so those came out of Mark II Jetta GLI.
Okay.
I have the original Mark I seats. They were just age appropriate and worn.
Okay.
Original dash, no cracks, which is almost unheard of.
Yes.
This is originally an air-conditioned car that, because the parts are not available right now, it's just been converted to non-air conditioning. But I have all the original air conditioning parts for it.
Awesome. Those wheels are 100% too, man.
So those came off of Mark II 16 valve GTI. Found them, rehabbed them. Hardest part was finding the tires. It's hard to find 15-inch tires these days.
Yeah.
So I've been looking for a set of original. They're called snowflake wheels. But
very clean.
Even original these things, which are almost impossible to find.
For sure, and there's no sun fade to them or nothing.
So I found a really great chemical that makes them look that way.
Oh, what's that called?
I'll have to find it. It's,
okay.
It's off Amazon, but yeah, never been hit front or rear. The frame rails have never been in an accident at all. Got to have the base, of course. I'm still a 12-year-old boy.
Yes, sir.
Let's see. And there's my Seattle reference, my...
Absolutely. Jack in the Box.
Jack in the Box. But he did things that you kind of can't... So original Mark I's had a rubber strip that ran along that line. So when he repainted it, he took it off.
I kind of like it.
So do I. The graphics that used to be down below, he took off.
This thing just looks more clean that way.
Back here, there used to be a red and yellow reflector. It wasn't even a light, it was just a reflector. So he filled that in. But it's shocking, original taillights. You can't even find them in that condition anymore.
No, absolutely not.
So I've got, like, even the original exhaust that came on the car, I've got sitting in storage, the original. So every part that I put on that's aftermarket, I've retained the stock parts for it. Even the fuel injection, you could convert this back to fuel injection in about an hour.
Wow. Rare find. Very rare find. Well, hey, I appreciate you very much. Very, very much.
Always love another car guy.
Oh, yeah.